This is an article that came out March 16th, 2018 on CBS News. Americans binge 17 billion drinks a year, CDC says. I am not surprised. Man, I think I got a first-hand dose of how bad certain people drink when I was in college. It was no doubt about it. Okay. I don't think I've seen one group that couldn't drink, Black people under the table. They all can. A new report from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention offers some striking findings on American drinking habits. The study focuses on binge drinking and finds that U.S. adults consume an astounding 17.5 billion binge drinks in 2015. That works out to nearly 470 binge drinks a year for each of the 3.4 million people who reported alcohol binges. Binge drinking is defined as consuming 5 or more alcoholic beverages for men and 4 or more drinks for women within about 2 hours. Researchers found that about 1 in 6 U.S. adults reported binge drinking an average of about once a week, consuming an average of 7 drinks per binge. The study shows that binge drinkers are consuming a huge number of drinks per year, greatly increasing their chances of harming themselves and others. Study co-author Dr. Robert Brewer, lead researcher in the CDC alcohol program, said in a statement, the findings also show the importance of taking a comprehensive approach to prevent binge drinking, focusing on reducing both the number of times people binge drink and the amount they drink when they binge. Boy, this country is just going through so many plagues. This sounds like just another plague, doesn't it? While binge drinking is more common among younger adults, age 18 to 34, more than half of the binge drinks consumed over the study period were adults age 35 and older. In fact, I did an article on white women 65 and up now dying of alcoholism, and I believe that was on my old channel. Binge drinking was also much more common in men than women, with 4 out of 5 binge drinks consumed by males. Geographically, binge drinkers consumed the most alcohol in Arkansas, Mississippi, Kentucky, and Hawaii. Wow. Aren't these mostly red states? Mm-mm-mm. And the least in Washington, D.C., our former chocolate city place, New Jersey, New York, and Washington State. So the least binge drinking goes on in those locations. Finally, binge drinking was more common in lower income households and among people with lower educational levels. Isn't that the same for the heroin addiction in the country? Is the people of lower income and people that did not have educations beyond high school or not even a high school education. So it seems like the same thing applies when it comes down to binge drinking. For the report published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, researchers analyzed data on self-reported binge drinking during the past 30 days in a nationally representative study. The CDC warns of the dangers of binge drinking, including the increased likelihood of dangerous driving and risky sexual behavior. Excessive alcohol use is also associated with a higher risk of serious health problems such as cancer, heart disease, and liver failure. According to the CDC, 88,000 deaths are directly attributed to alcohol use each year, and of half of those are due to binge drinking. Public health officials recommend that people who want to consume alcohol should do so in moderation. For women, that means up to one drink per day, and up to two drinks a day for men. Well, you're not going to convince an alcoholic of that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the video right here.
In our morning rounds, we look at a surprising new government study on alcohol use. It finds that even though 1 in 3 American adults drink excessively, most are not considered alcoholics. Dr. Holly Phillips is with us to translate and explain. Hey, Dr. Holly, what is the definition of excessive drinking in this case? What do you make of this study?
Right. Well, definitely the most surprising aspect of the study was how many people drink excessively. So excessive drinking is two things. It includes binge drinking, which is 4 or more drinks in one sitting for women or 5 for men. Mm-hmm. And it also includes heavy daily drinking, which is 8 or more drinks a week for women or 15 for men. What the study pointed out, though, is that 90% of people who drink this way are not considered alcoholics.
I know. I'm just sort of stunned because how can you be a binge drinker and not be an alcoholic? What's the difference between the two?
Right. Well, Gal, there is this subtle difference. Alcoholism is a medical condition. It has a number of criterion, and heavy drinking is one of them. But it also includes heavy drinking despite it taking a toll on either your work life, your home life. You continue to drink even if you have legal troubles. It also has to do with problems controlling your consumption. Sometimes people who start can't stop. It's that sort of thing.
There were also some surprising findings, Holly, right, about who's doing the drinking.
Exactly. Younger people, particularly men, are more likely to do it. People with higher incomes are more likely to binge drink, whereas people with lower incomes are more likely to become dependent on alcohol or technically alcoholics. But what I found the biggest takeaway here, we hear a lot of people say, yes, I drink, but I'm not an alcoholic. What these researchers are saying is, we acknowledge that. You're probably right. But in terms of your health and in terms of the toll on society, that may not matter.
The toll on society is one thing, but your health, what exactly does it do that's detrimental to your health if it's moderate drinking?
Right. Well, they point to 88,000 deaths from excessive drinking, not alcoholism, related to increase in heart disease, increase in breast cancer, increase in liver disease.
Alcohol connected to breast cancer?
Yes, it is. Alcohol is very directly connected.
Yeah.
The medical connection.
Women who drink alcohol are, in fact, more likely to get breast cancer than women who drink no alcohol at all.
So alcohol has an effect like smoking does in terms of cancer?
They both have their own, they affect different organ systems of the body, but both really raise our risk of disease overall.
Dr. Holly Phillips, thanks very
much. Moderation, the word, once again.
It's all about moderation.
Yeah, it always is.
All right.
Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
Ladies and gentlemen, this country got problems. It's got a drug problem. It's got an alcohol problem. It has a suicide problem. It has multiple problems. And as you can see, this is just one more to add to the list. Unbelievable. But not surprising, actually. Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell and join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.